here. Today we're going to be making some binary jewelry. So to get started, we are going to pull out the letters of our name and highlight them on here. So you've been given one of these, and on the other side are some blank slots for you to write out the coding information on. So I'm going to give the example of my name, but you'll do your name. So my name is Isolda, so we'll start with I, and then we'll need to do S, and then O, and then L, and then D, and then A. So starting with I is 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. So we're going to flip this over, and I've already written my name out, and we are going to write out the numbers 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. And then I'm going to do that for the rest of my name. So we'll go on to, for mine, S, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. And then you just go all the way through the rest of your name. So I'm going to do the rest of my name really quick. All right, once you've done your name, what you'll need to do is you will need to pick between your two colors of beads and decide which one is going to represent your zeros and which one is going to represent your ones. I have white and black, but you all have fun colors, so you'll choose which one is 0. I've chosen that white is going to be 0 and black is going to be 1. And so then I'm going to take my beads and line them up with the letters of my name. So zero, 1. And then you also have some clear beads that you can put at the start of your name, and if you want to, you can put a clear bead in between each letter of your name, but because binary is always 8 long, you will always know that one letter is 8 beads long. So you don't have to put a separation in between your letters, but you can if you want to. I'm going to. So then I'll put out S, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. And then another clear bead. And there's not enough space for me to line them all up in a row on camera, but you can do that on your table. So I'm going to move on to the next row and do O, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, and space. And then L, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, and then another spacer. And then the last two letters, we're going to do the letter D, 0, 1, 0, 0, oh, beads rolling away, 0, 1, 0, 0, and another clear bead, and then my last one is A, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. And then you will need to put a clear bead at the end of your name to show that that's the end of the word. So, and then we'll stop so that you'll have a start bead and a stop bead. So, once you have laid out all your beads in the correct order, then we'll move on to the next step. So, for the next step, you'll need to grab your jewelry cord that you've been given and fold it in half. So, put the two open ends together and fold it in half all the way to the end where it's created a loop. And then you'll take your beading needle, which is secretly just a bent paper clip, and you will hook the loop into your beading needle like so. And then carefully and not too tight, take the loose ends and gently wrap them around your finger on your other hand so that your beads don't fall off while you're threading them on. And then start threading. So you'll start with your start bead, which is going to be clear, and then the first letter of your name. Go ahead and stick the beads onto your needle. I find that I can usually do about 4 at a time before the needle gets too full. And careful that it doesn't knock your other beads out of order. And then do your next set of beads. Thread them on. Whoop. Uh-oh. Had a little bit of a tangle there. Now it's all good. Okay, and continue threading. I'm putting my spacing bead on, and then my next letter. And if your beads get knocked out of order, you can always pull up your name that's written out so that you know what comes up next. So I'm working on S, so I have 0, 1, 0. The next one is going to be a 1, and then we can put those on. And then 0, 0, 1, 1, and thread those on, and then my spacer bead. So now I have the first 2 letters in my name. So you'll need to keep going until you have all the letters on. I'm going to go through this really quickly, and we'll move on to the next step. All right, so I now have my whole name threaded onto my jewelry cable. So what we're going to do now is a little tricky, so you have to be careful. You can maybe ask a grown-up for help if you need help. So unhook your beading needle, and the finger that you wrap the string around, unwrap one of those strings and wrap the other one back around your finger to hold it on. Gently, not too tight. And then what we're going to do is you're gonna figure out which side of the loop pulls and which of it is tight. So this side is tight, this one is going to pull, and we're gonna gently pull the string all the way through. So we only have one layer of string now in our bracelet, which is kind of cool. Then we want to make sure that our bracelet is extra secure, so we're going to take this extra long piece of loop that we just pulled out, make a short little loop on it like this, and hook our beading needle back on. And we're going to start at the beginning again and thread this through all our beads a second time. So you'll thread them back on. Make sure you keep your other string end still wrapped around your finger, and just carefully thread your needle through the beads again. Make sure that when you pull it through, this doesn't come unhooked from your beading needle. If it does, you can wrap it back around your beading needle. And you can put it through your next set of beads. Make sure you don't miss any beads. Just like that. And pull that through. Make sure you still have it hooked on your beading needle. And then keep going. Pull it through. If your extra string that was already on the beads gets hooked in your beading needle, that's okay, you can just unhook it. Pull your beading needle through again. Keep going. Oh, and I've hooked my string again. That's not the extra piece. So I unhooked it. Thread more beads. Pull your string through. Oh, so my loose end came unwrapped. I'm going to carefully wrap it again. We're going to keep threading our beads through a second time. Unhook the thread, pull it through, careful you don't run your string out of your beading needle. You can pull it back down a little lower so it doesn't come unhooked as you're pulling through your beads. And we're getting there, we're almost done. Oh, came unhooked from this side again. I'm going to rewrap it. And our last 3 beads before we've made it all the way back to the beginning again. So, all right. Now we have made it back to the beginning. So you're going to unhook your beading needle, and now we're going to tie a knot in, depending how long your name is, either a necklace or a bracelet, or if your name is long but you don't want a necklace, you can loop it twice and have a bracelet. So pull your strings nice and tight so that you don't have any extra string here, and then we are going to tie a knot. So we're going to start with, you have a diagram that you can use too. So we're going to put the right side over and then under the left side like this, and then we're going to do that again, except we're going to put the left side under the right side like this, so left and then right on top, and then you're going to take the left side and wrap it around once and wrap it around a second time so that you have a nice grip on your knot. And then you're going to take your knot and pull it tight. And you can make sure it's extra tight by stretching it out a little bit and pulling on the other side of the knot too, the one that goes into your bracelet, and pull it nice and tight. And then we're going to repeat that knot again so that our jewelry doesn't come untied. So we're going to go right side over the end of the left side and then under the left side and back over, and then pull that a little bit. Then you're going to go right side over left side and then wrap the left side up and around and up and around a second time. Oh, let's start that over again. So right side over left side, take your left side, wrap it under, up and around, under, up and around, and then we are going to pull tight on the whole knot, and again pull from both sides of the knot, the side you just tied and the sides in the bracelet. Pull it nice and tight, super tight, stretch it a little bit, and then you can carefully get a pair of scissors and trim all of your excess string off. That can go in the garbage. And then you have your bracelet tied in a knot. You can carefully tuck the ends of the string into the beads going both ways and this way so that it hides. Or if you don't mind, you can let it stick out. And then you either have a bracelet or a necklace. I prefer a bracelet. But then you have your name in binary code on a nice piece of jewelry. So, have fun making your bracelets. Make sure you tie your knots extra tight and show off your jewelry next time you're in the library. See you again soon. Bye.